Okay, so this is a big deal. Jenny Ortega decides not to come back to the next Scream movie. And it was right after her co-star Melissa Barrera was fired for her comments on Palestine, which I guess the studio or whoever her bosses are felt was anti-Semitic. So it brings up another question like, what is anti-Semitic? Why are people constantly getting fired for it? And the more I see people getting fired and losing their jobs in Hollywood because they don't agree with maybe somebody else's perspective on the Israel Hamas thing, who are more powerful than them and can affect their jobs, it's like, damn, maybe Dave Chappelle's monologue on SNL wasn't so bad, because I was kind of like, he's pushing anti-Semitic views, but now I'm like, eh. And also Tom Cruise stood up for his agent, who was a big person, and she was very powerful, and they still made her apologize, and she lost her job, and then Tom Cruise was like, nah. And I think a lot of people are just like, yeah, that's not right. That's not fair. It's a complicated issue, and people expressing their feelings and who come from certain families and certain backgrounds are obviously going to see things a certain way, and you shouldn't lose your job over it, but people are. And so Jenny Ortega and Tom Cruise are like, nah, you're not about to do our people like that. What's funny is I was like trying to look up what happened to Melissa Barrera, and a lot of stuff is erased. So they are shaking in their boots. They're like, we don't want people to know the truth, right? And then they keep obviously saying that people weren't fired because of their views, but they were. We're finally in a time where Hollywood, who is a bunch of cowards and bullies, can't do stuff to the artists. Now you have the power of the people with the internet, and people can see through the BS. So like when you have people like Joe Budden who are scared to speak up, I'm like, speak up. In the long run, it's gonna work out good for you. People always pull up receipts, people remember, and you have the people behind you when you speak truth to power. And you know, even if you're like Dave Chappelle, you might lose money for a while. In the end, you're gonna win when you're on the right side of history. So just say the right thing now. And it's not easy, but you got to do what you got to. And people know it's not easy. That's why they celebrate you when you do it. Obviously, you have to word things carefully, and you have to kind of, even though it's an extremely emotional thing, and, you know, it should be. I mean, people are losing their lives, kids are losing their lives, and, you know, relationships are being drawn in the sand professionally and, you know, outside of profession. So shout out to people in Hollywood who have the balls to speak up and are not being hateful. You know, like with Trump, I think that was a little bit different, but with this is a more complicated issue, and people have different information and see things a different way, and you just have to accept that. I mean, we're all not going to work with people that agree with us. Okay, sometimes you got to work with people who have different point of views on the world, and you know, you shouldn't get fired for speaking up. You shouldn't get fired for. Now, if you're saying something like "kill all Jews," Jews should never existed, like Mel Gibson, then maybe you should never work again. Or if you're doing crimes, hate crimes, then maybe you should get fired. But if you put up an Instagram post, I think I was critical of Tom Cruise in the past, but he earns big points for this, man, for sticking up for his agent, because he's, you know, he is Hollywood. And so he could have easily pandered to all the people he knows, but he was like, nah, you're not about to do my people like that over an Instagram post. That's what's so hard about being black and brown in this country, man. You have to choose, you know, speaking up for yourself, or you might lose money. Like you might lose your job standing up for yourself. And a lot of times we're the minority in the work environment, and we just have to accept things and accept certain things being said and done. And now we're in the time where you can speak up. So I made a little bit longer post on that. Wasn't as funny, but hopefully it resonated with you.